time since I put up a video. There have been things going on with the motor and progress being made, but more specifically, just I'm down to big steps, things that are going to require the acquisition of major parts or even the car. So got to go over that in this video, and also some changes to the channel. I'm going to be moving away from the Geezer 37 brand, and it's just going to, channel's just going to more closely reflect what I'm doing with this motor specifically and the direction I'm going to take with cars in general in the future. I sold the G37, so OG Geezer 37 just doesn't fit anymore. I sold the G to my son, so it's still in the family and he's enjoying it now. He's a couple hundred miles away in college and needed something better to drive, so we just came to an arrangement. And I am driving a work van now from home. That's happened over the last 6 months, and I just don't drive a whole lot. I have another vehicle to use if I do. So there isn't going to be a lot going on with the G. Maybe help him in the future in the spring, do some things if he wants to, and that may make the channel. But long story short is I'm not a G37 owner anymore, and I don't plan on producing a lot of content that specifically references the G37. So the channel name is changing to GeezerMotors, and I think it's just more obviously encompassing, a broader scope. Everything that I do with cars is going to make the channel, and I don't have to worry about, specifically targeting one specific brand or model or anything like that. Don't know where I'm going to go with everything in the future. I'm working obviously on a small block Chevy now, and a vehicle to put that in. And I also kind of talking with my brother in the future, we may go Mopar again. I've mentioned in other videos, that's kind of how I cut my teeth in engines and cars in general, was with Chrysler products. And we're thinking about getting a Hemi and building it up. So that may make the channel GeezerMotors seems to fit better. So not just that, I'm also going to not exclusively be uploading content to YouTube. We all know that there's been quite a discussion about the motivations and goals of social media conglomerates and how they view certain aspects of society. And their views don't very closely align with mine. But more specifically, the YouTube thing, there isn't a lot of reach. The videos that I've been posting haven't been getting a lot of traction, and not that they should, but other videos that have been posted by me in years past have gotten significantly higher view rates than the ones I'm doing with this motor. And just somehow in the back of your mind, you can't help but think that who you are and what you do, even though I have zero social media presence, and my taste in videos in general, though, the algorithm probably signals people out that way. And your promotion rates, I think, are reflected in that on YouTube. So I've been using BitChute and Rumble. Those are the two platforms that I've chosen to upload videos side by side with YouTube. I'm still going to post to YouTube, and I'm going to post to the new channel, GeezerMotors. So if you're seeing this video, number one, know that the videos will still keep coming. And two, that you can find them on alternate platforms, specifically BitChute and Rumble, under the channel name GeezerMotors. And I'll include links below to the channel pages for those two sites. And then on YouTube, OG Geezer 37, I can't even say it right. I was really stoked the other night. I was posting on Uncle Tony's Garage Sunday live stream, and he finally said my name right in my channel. I was like, all right, somebody finally did what I can't do. But anyway, it's just GeezerMotors. It's simpler. And the videos are going to be posted on YouTube, Rumble, and BitChute under that channel name. So if you're a subscriber to OGeezer37, where it's probably the last video I'm going to upload to that channel, and you're seeing this video now, and the subscribers that have followed me, thank you very much. And you're more than welcome to keep following on YouTube at GeezerMotors. And also, welcome to follow me over on Rumble or BitChute under the same name. So please keep watching the videos, come along with the journey. It's not over. It hasn't really even begun. So get back to now the meat of it and go back to the engine. I am essentially done with this motor. I have got to get it started in something or on something. So where I'm at now is trying to decide whether or not I buy an engine stand, build it up, and start it at home, tune it, get it broken in here at home, which is going to be about $800 to $1,000 for the stand and the radiators, batteries, wiring, gauges, etc. You need to build a proper motor stand. Or option 2 is take the thing in situ right now to a dyno shop, have them do the start, break in, and dyno test it at the same time. That's expensive. It's probably gonna be about the same amount of money, but at the end of it, I won't have an engine stand. I'll just have the time that they gave me invested in it. And the other side part of that is if this motor flames out, if it throws oil everywhere, now I look like a total ass at the dyno shop. My motor blew up on their stand. You don't want to be that guy. So that's probably not the most likely direction, but it's a possibility. Third option is to buy an engine stand in the form of a vehicle. Chevy made millions of motor stands. They're called cars. So thinking about just going ahead, biting the bullet, even though it may not be the ultimate car that I want, and it will be sufficient to get this thing in a vehicle, started, broken in, and driving an old Chevy truck, an old Chevy car. Perfectly fine for everyday driving, and they can be built up into some nice things, especially, the, 88 to 96, 97 Chevy trucks before the LT, LS era. And they'll accept this motor just fine, and it'll be a perfectly acceptable motor stand to start it up. So is that the direction I go? It's probably, I'd say 60% likely, probably 30% likely that I'll get the engine stand, and 10% that I will just take it to a dyno shop, but we'll see. Let's go ahead and show you what I have now for a motor and how it's assembled. So give me a second and watch on. All right, let's have a look at the engine. Last time you saw it, it was minus the carburetor and distributor and valve covers too, I believe. So I got some nice kind of brushed aluminum valve covers. Got an Edelbrock ABS2 650 CFM electric choke vacuum secondary carb. Looks pretty nice. Actually, I take that back. I think this is a mechanical secondary. But in any event, it's an ABS2 650. And then the distributor I showed you in one of the other videos is installed, timed. Got the plug wires in, plugs. Loomed up pretty good. As I said, it's a complete motor now. Water pump, fuel pump, starter. That's all that's required. And those are kind of specific maybe to the car I put them in, so I don't want to get those yet. I don't know if I need a long neck, short neck, or if I'm going to go electric. Water pump, I don't know if I'm going to use like the TBI injection system if I get one of those older Chevy trucks, and then just do a fuel regulator to bring that 15 PSI down to around 5 or 6, or if I'm just going to do the mechanical fuel pump and just draw it straight out of the tank with maybe an inline booster. And then the starter, obviously I can't do anything about that till I get it off the stand. I do have the flex plate installed in back, so set up for an automatic transmission right now, and I'll just swap that out if I get something with a 5 or 4 speed, which would be actually preferred, but they're harder to find. It's good looking. I'm gonna brag, I'm gonna boast, I'm gonna puff my chest out a little bit. This thing just looks so damn good. Exterior wise, it looks like a great engine, and hopefully the internals live up to its external presence. That remains to be seen, but that's the state we're in right now. So this, as I mentioned, was just kind of an update on the engine. You guys have been watching. I wanted to let you know I'm still here, still plugging away, and there'll be some time between videos. I'm in that mode, as I mentioned, of just pulling the trigger on how to start it up, inside a car, outside a car, and hope to come to that decision within the next couple weeks and get moving on that. We're getting into probably the darkest part of our winters here in the Midwest, in late January, February. It gets cold as hell. It's supposed to get really cold this weekend, so motivation for doing a lot of that stuff is probably not going to be even present for a couple, 3 weeks till we get closer to March. If anything comes up, obviously you'll be the first to know through the channel. Remember, it's now GeezerMotors, so it'll be GeezerMotors at YouTube, Rumble, or BitChute. And I encourage you, and thank you in advance for watching the videos and subscribing to these channels. And I will continue to post and keep you updated on how I'm doing, and let me know how you're doing and what things you're working on. If you have channels of your own, you'd like me to check them out, leave a comment. I'm getting into a lot of guys' builds And it's just kind of sharing the community spirit of this, engines and motors and cars, something we can all agree on, I hope, without the getting into the fluff of things going on around us. We can focus on what we kind of enjoy together and concentrate on that. So do that, please, through my channel, and look forward to hearing from you and your videos, watching your videos as you post them up. So thanks again. This will be GeezerMotors' first video and To GeezerMotors' last video. Thank you for watching.